Good morning. My name is Brad Matheny. Today is Thursday, November 23rd. It is Thanksgiving Thursday today. So be thankful for everything that you've got and every opportunity you have. Now, I'm creating this video to try to help you understand the value of the MENT.com expert growth content. So be aware that it is not just a simple trading alert system. It is a feature-rich, very comprehensive set of tools to help you become a better trader and understand the real opportunity that is setting up in the markets over the next 7 to 10 plus years. My focus is not really on day trading. On my Discord channel, which members have access to, I've got a number of people out there that are very interested in day trading, and they share content just like I do every day to help day traders of the SPY and other sectors kind of like pick what's going on and understand what's taking place in the intraday swings. But my focus is really on helping you understand and protect your capital and grow your capital over time in an investment swing trading type of strategy. So I'm going to go over some of these with you. Now, this is the MENT.com website. I've got a couple of special updates here with a video on the main page, then the old 817 update warning you that things are going to get a little crazy into the end of the year. Then I have a number of training videos here for you to watch. These are designed to teach you skills and resources to be able to become a better, more efficient trader. Remember, the goal of trading is to take the opportunities when they set up properly, not to try to force the market to move in the direction you want it to. Just wait for the setup to occur, wait for the opportunities to occur, and literally there are dozens every week for you to take advantage of with my algos and with my trading systems. These are some comments from KD on my Discord channel. You'll find either, with the 60-day growth trial, expert growth trial, $34.99. In 60 days, if you're active, you're going to figure out if you like it or not, or if it works for you or not. And it's only a $34.99 initial cost for a 60-day trial. Then it bills at like $49 a month after that going forward. So understand that there's a real opportunity for you to come in here. But let me show you kind of what you get. Let me show you what you're looking at. So when you come into the expert growth section, I'll go back up to the top here. You go into expert growth and you log in. This is the home page. On the home page, you have every week a new investor, what's called top-down video, which covers pretty much everything you need to know regarding the S&P, the NASDAQ, the Dow, U.S. major indexes, and in some cases, specialty sector highlights. This is really your one-stop video telling you everything you need to know for what's going to happen over the next maybe 2 to 6 weeks or longer. Then you have access to our Discord channel here, special highlight videos, which I've left up here for people to understand the long-term and what's happening regarding macro cycle analysis trends and my expectations. Then you come down into the member menu. It may seem a little cluttered, but remember, I'm trying to provide you information and make sure you have access to it. You have the member updates, which are here. These are every week. I produce updates. You can see they're very detailed. They tell you what's going on. You can go ahead and take a look at the MENT rotational modeling system, which I'll show you in a minute. And then you also have the weekly updates. So what I do in these weekly updates is I write a new short update that continues on from the previous updates, and I get rid of these typically every new month, the old ones. And as you scroll down, you'll see there's older updates, older charts, older updates still going all the way back down to September. So we're now in November. And then as you move down here, you'll see that we have our cycle patterns going into the end of November. And I will update these as we get closer to the end of November. I'll start throwing in December, which will probably be this weekend. The updates are very detailed, and they're designed to give you essentially all of my ongoing research over the last roughly 60 days, so you have access to them immediately. Okay, there's nothing here that's hidden. you have access to all the older updates here as well. When you come back over here, you have the video analysis, which again, these are the videos for you to watch. Every week I post a top-down investor video, the TT scanner video, which highlights new trade setups, and the MENT rotational modeling system and real estate video. Every week I create these videos for you, as well as the gold and silver video. The custom index analysis, all of these charts are gone over in the top-down video. This is the MENT rotational modeling system. This is the investor weekly game plan. The MRM status, the MENT rotational modeling system is still bullish. Very exciting actually right now. Here's our trade allocation level for traders. Understand that we manage our money in two separate accounts. One as an investment account, two as a trading account. So the investment account should be typically 80% of your investment or total capital. And this trading account should be 10, 15, or 20% of your total capital. And we manage this separately from our investor account. The investor account, only trades the SPY. It does very, very well. I'll show you down here in a minute, right here. We are very close to new all-time highs. I just checked as of yesterday. We're about $26,000 away from new all-time highs. Could be a very strong end-of-year close, which is great considering what the rest of the world has done. Understand that this year so far, we've eked out a little bit of a profit over here. But if we close at a new all-time high by the end of the year, it'll be a very strong year compared to what others have done. If you've noticed anything about hedge funds and others, they're really having a tough time this year. But it's nice to see my MENT rotational modeling system is just killing it. Now, granted, it could have been a little better. I'm not telling you that it's perfect, but overall, nothing has changed. It's just nailing this. It's flagging upward, and once we get a big breakout and get some trending, we're going to be looking at a quick move over 2 million, which would be, roughly 1,000% upside gain. These are the custom real estate modeling data, and then we move down here into the custom indexes. The custom indexes are what help me gauge the markets and should help you understand what is taking place in the markets by looking at these. Now watch the videos. My video analysis is designed to tell you what I see in these charts versus having to come here and try to make interpretations on your own. You can make your own interpretations. I hope that you do, but I hope you follow my interpretations as well. There's a lot of data in here, folks. There's a lot of custom data. So now we come back over here. Then you get the SPY cycle patterns. These are my predictive analysis patterns for the SPY every week. We go through, like right now, we just completed this week, or we're right here. Just finished this. We're now on Thursday, Friday. Then we will go to Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of next week. So we're looking at an up, down, up, which is essentially an up day on Monday, a nothing day on Tuesday, a counter trend, top resistance on Wednesday, which could be a very strong day, consolidation trend on Thursday, and then a crush pattern on Friday, which could be either a very big down day or up day. It is in trending mode, and we are in a bullish trend right now, so a crush bar would typically be a downward trend. Anyway, this is all provided for you every day on the Discord channel. Now, additionally, you have the investor update, which is specifically tailored for longer-term investors. You have the gold and metals update, which highlights the videos for the gold. Here's our last week's video. This follows gold and silver. I'm really big into gold and silver. I'm considered basically a stacker. I like to hold it and to play with it and to see it, not to put it away in some vault somewhere, because I don't like that idea. I like to have it. Then we have the weekly hot stock picks. We've been in an end of year consolidated trend. We have seen a decent little bounce. I am allowing traders to see and trade as they want using the hot lists, but I am urging everyone to keep positions very, very small into the end of the year, because I think we're going to slide sideways into early January and then fall downward. Weekly hot stock picks. I haven't picked any new stock picks over the last roughly month, because we've been sliding into this downward trend through the holidays. There's absolutely no reason to try to force the market to do something. We will essentially wait for the markets to set up properly for us to make a move. And then you have what's called the MENT movers hot list, which are unique setups, both daily and weekly, daily on the left, weekly on the right. These are updated every weekend that show you alignment between daily and weekly setups. And this is where you can find a number of great setups. So for example, here, this is last week. We had a new long trigger in AMD. We had a new long trigger in Meta. We had a new long trigger on weekly in Now. We had a new long trigger weekly in Microsoft. And you see we have a 1 week old trigger here in SP. We have a 1 week old long trigger in IT. We have a 1 week old daily trigger in Netflix. We have a 4 week or 4 day old daily trigger in Adobe. This is essentially giving you trade setups. Now there are what's called the TT scanner setup, which are these areas here. Then you have what's called the 33 thrust patterns here. Blue is bullish. Purple is bearish. These are typically 3 to 5 days or weeks trending. These indicate that we have an opportunity for downward trending or upward trending with the 33 thrust pattern. Then you have over here in this darker green area and darker red area what I call the pop shift patterns. A darker, deep dark red here is a stronger pop shift pattern than this lighter red pattern. So here we have a very strong bullish trigger in Google. It's telling us that we have basically a 2 to 5, maybe 6 week run in Google to the upside. Here we have a bearish trigger in AR along with a 33 thrust trigger in a warning stage with downward thrusting activity. This is a price indication. Think of this as accelerating upward or breaking and consolidating downward. So this is breaking and consolidating downward. So these give us very good indications. You should be looking at these setups, the 33 thrust and the pop shift and the new or recent triggers here. Now, if they've hit their targets, they're going to be purple over here. This is telling us that this has already hit a profit target, moved our stop up. These are like, here's one that's, this is AMC, a short trigger, hasn't hit any of the targets, and it's not going to because it's negative. AMC's been really, really kind of a disaster at $7.43. This is a 50-week-old trigger, and the trigger was from 76.50 downward. Here's one that's 121 weeks old on DM, and this was from $8 to 94 cents, and it's down to $0.81. And this is the Reddit list, so some of these are really, really big movers. But anyway, the scenario here is this gives you opportunity. But every week, you're going to find new triggers potentially and or existing triggers and or 33 thrust triggers and or pop shift triggers. Here's IRS, a pop shift 6 in a bearish trend. This could be a decent trigger. Here's GM, a pop shift 5 in a bearish trend. These could be pretty good setups with bullish thrusting pattern here and with bullish thrusting pattern here. Every week you have this opportunity, and every week you can come here and look at these and review them, use the training. So come back over here, use this training to help you understand where the opportunity lies and where you want to get into it. And then come back over here and watch my investor video right here to help you understand risk and how to manage your allocated capital. Remember, the trick here is to protect growth, protect capital while trying to grow capital, but that means sometimes we have to pull away from aggressive trading and trade lighter because we don't want to deal with the extended volatility and or risks that are in the market. For example, right now, I'm urging people to trade very small allocation levels and wait for the January, February move in 2024 to start, where we have real opportunity to actually see some pretty big trends. So you have all of this, plus you have some extended data over here with what's called MENT live trades. MENT live trades is again, you have access to the same videos I showed you, the same weekly summary charts, which show you all of the, again, all of the custom indexes. So you have access to those here as well. But additionally, we have some really cool algos running over here that are slightly different. So now we've got them broken down into 2x and 3x ETFs. I like to follow the foreign ETFs because the foreign ETFs can do very well. You have stocks, you have the hot list, the core ETFs, the core inverse ETFs, and the value stocks. You have the NASDAQ, you have the Reddit list, and then you have hot shots. You also have futures. Now, these are daily swing trades, not intraday. So understand, these would be great for options trades, 2 to 25 plus day options to be able to catch trends. You have currencies, and then you have resources which help you contact us. Now, each list that I'm going to show you here, let's go to hot shots. So each list has 2 modes. You have the standard mode, which is what we're dealing with when it says standard all. Then you have rotational mode, which is rotational all. Now, what's the difference? Standard mode is a trading mode, in and out trying to target profits. Rotational mode is a rotational modeling system, meaning always bullish or always bearish, never flat. So that basically is telling us trend. So you can come in here and you can look for trade triggers here, which set up and go away, theoretically. They come and go when they're set up properly. Or you can look for major rotational triggers. So if you come in here looking for rotational triggers, you can see these are green is bullish, red is bearish, and you're going to see some pretty big numbers here. RH, 6.85, THC, 14.25. And again, this was just from a week ago. Tesla, 0.33 from a week ago. And let's go down and take a look at the numbers. Sometimes the numbers are bigger, sometimes the numbers are smaller. That's what happens. Allstate, long trigger from September, up 19%. Nice rotational move there. AMD, long trigger from early November, up 11%. Beautiful. I mean, these are great triggers. AN, 724. That's about 4 or 5 months ago, and we're up 10.26%. ARKK, trigger from 11.6 about 2 weeks ago, up 11.47%. All of these are sitting here waiting for you to come check them out. I don't, quote unquote, tell you what to trade out of this list. These are algos that are running that you can see for yourself. Now, if they're recent triggers, like this is a fairly recent trigger, and it's still fairly close, has not hit a mid-level. Let me show you what will happen when it hits a mid-level target. Actually, it won't do it in rotational modeling. It only does it in trading. So let me come back over here and show you trading, the standard mode. So standard mode here, like Allstate, just got out of a trade. It was a long trade. We took half profit on a long trade at 117.04 on 9/20. And then we got out of the trade at 11.14. We ended up doing pretty well with this, it looks like. ARKK, we're in a trade from 3 days ago. We have no mid-action. Mid-action is going to occur here where we take a profit, a half profit, and move our stop up. So you'll see that a lot of these that have closed have already taken their half profit, but a lot of them that are in brand new trades. So here's one that's been in a trade since 11.16. and has already taken its profit just this week. So it took a nice profit. It got in at 254.53, took a profit at 278.69. Our hard stop level is 254.53, right at our entry level. So we've eliminated all risk with this, and we've pulled essentially a $24 profit on this trade already. So that's the idea of the MENT live trade. This is one of the reasons why I wanted to show it to you. Now, new triggers simply tells you, hey, what are the newest triggers? And this is basically any trigger that's gone long, short, or flat within the last 7 to 10 days. So understand that all of these are going to be fairly new. You'll see here they go back probably till the beginning of November here. So this shows you all of the new triggers going down. And like I said, these resources are here for you. They're just waiting for you to come here. Now, we also have a thing called Pure Alpha. Pure Alpha is a custom scan allowing you to see what I believe are optimally set up trades. So we have ARKQ on the 15th is looking like a pretty solid trade at 52.80. It's at 51.94, actually a little under the entry price. CFG is an optimal trade on the 15th at entry price 27.32, 27.10. It's a little under the entry price. THC is an optimal trade. We're already up 14%. We've already hit our target, so this is something I wouldn't chase. We're already in this trade. Tesla on the 15th at entry price 242.84. We're 242.04. We're just under the entry level, so this is a good trade. You could still take this. WLK off 0.07, still in a great setup, meaning very near the entry price we have already. And Meta is up 3.18%. We've already taken half at 342. I mean, in theory, you could still take this because it's only about 3%. We could see this rally a bit further, but these pure alpha setups are designed to show you potentially great setups. Now, let's come over here to the foreign. Like I told you, I like to watch the foreign, particularly for the rotational data. Foreign market rotational data can be very exciting. You can see some very big trends here. We look here, URL, 3%, IDEV, 1.2, IDV, 0.9, IFEA. Let's see if we have anything big here yet. Normally, when we just rotate out of a trend, or we see here that most of these are from 11.15, that means we're just in a new trend. We haven't seen any big moves yet. So 11.6, 4.79, 11.6, 5.27, 11.3 going nowhere, 11.6 going nowhere yet. Mexico 11.3 up 11.25%, 11.6 up 2.3 minus 1. Yin is from 8.15 and it looks like it's up 17%. So again, you by moving small portions, small allocations of your capital into some of these rotational trades, you can do extremely well just by following the rotational systems and waiting for the setups. Let's look here at the bullish ETFs and let's look at pure alpha. Sorry, let's go back to bullish ETFs. We go to rotational mode and let's see what we have here. DDM 5%, EFO 1.87, MVV at 0.84. Let's look for some bigger. Now remember, anything that's fairly new, 11.15, probably doesn't have a whole lot of profit in it yet or loss. So let's see if there's, okay, here's an older one, BIB, short, up 16%. Here's an older one, Boyle, from 11.9, up 19%. Here's an older one from 8.14, CHAU, up 14%. Here's CWeb, it's minus 16%. Here is DGP. Now, there will be losers, and you do have a protection level at 34.11. So understand, this is designed to say if we get below 34.11, when in this case above 34.11, we need to cut our position and or get out of it. We are above 34.11. Now, the system still runs the trade, but I've added this protection level earlier this year, to give you an idea of how to protect your trade. So you can see here, here's DGP. It's about a month old. Its entry price is 40.74. Protection level is 37.61. So you can see here our hard stop level. We don't have a hard stop level yet. It would be theoretically on a rotational modeling system. We don't have a stop. But you would watch this 37.61 level on DGP. This is going to be kind of like your make or break for the trigger. If it gets below 37.61, you should probably cut your position by 70% or 80% and decide if you want to let it run. If you don't want to let it run, then just get out of it. So let's take a look here. DG is a short trigger. We got in at 38.93. Our protection level is 44.83. We don't have any updates yet. EET, we got in at 46.53. Protection levels 43.51. And again, this gives you an idea. How much do we have here as far as risk? We have about 8 or 9% risk here on the trade. FNGO, we got in at 37.76. Protection is at 34.67. That's about $3 and change, so about 9.5 to 10% protection level. We're already up 11% in the trade. So again, these tools are here for you. They're literally running every week for you to come in here and check it out. These are updated every 15 minutes for you, and there are literally hundreds of setups every week. So let's go to new triggers here. ALL, we have a new trigger, still can get into. ADI, we have a new trigger that's still close enough to get into, 0.76. ADSK, we have a new trigger. It's pulled back. Last price is 201.25. It's below our protection level. We would not want to try to chase this at this point. If it gets back above 204.86, we could probably try to get in and see if we get a runner out of it. We have Baidu. It's up 2.1%. It has not hit a target yet, so this is actually, you could theoretically chase this a bit. BKNG, it's up 1.12%. Pretty good setup. $3,000 stock though, so you might want to hold off on that one. BMRN, we have a new trigger, 1.55 with an 82.41 protection level. You can see it's doing okay. CHKP, 1% profit, still far away from our protection level. Decent trade if you want to try to get into it. Costco, it looks like here, 11.13, 1.5% in profits. Looks like we've already taken a profit on the 14th at 93. So that's, again, that's about a $16 profit on the trade. It is back down, and it is above our protection level. Seems fairly volatile. Might do well, though, for the end of year, fourth quarter. CSX, $32 stock, setting up. It's already hit its profit target, and it is clearly above our protection level, 30.41. Could theoretically get into that. Anything that's taken a profit target, think of it as already completed half of the trade. So it could still run, and it could still trend, but you will probably want to have a lower allocation level if you're going to chase it. GILD, bearish, no target level yet, has not hit a target. Away from our profit target, we're still okay. We could still short this. HOLX, we have 1.39, no target, still above our protection level. That's a valid trade. IDXX, 11.15, up 3.98%, $400 stock, still above our protection level, still a valid entry. INTU, same thing, 2.24%, still above our protection level. You see how it works, guys. I mean, these are all right here. Look at all these setups. Now, what do you want to take? You want to take newer triggers like this one. Okay, we have a new trigger here, bullish, 28.38. Looks like it just happened on the 22nd yesterday. It is a new trigger. This will fill in tomorrow, or when trading opens on Monday. It hasn't performed all that great. It has won 4 of the last 6 trades. But again, this is a new trigger. Here we have 11.14 March. Now, I would probably prefer to look for more recent triggers that are closer to the entry price like this. This is a pretty good trigger. Meta, 3.4%. This has already taken half. PayX, trigger on 11.20. This is actually holding up okay. Look at the positive numbers year over year. 1.4 over the last 6 trades. Siri, $5 stock. Plus and minus, can have some really big years here, but still $4 stock. And again, you come in here and you look. Here's Tesla, long Tesla from 11.21. And again, you can see the returns of the system trading year over year. So 22%, 21%, 19%, 31%. I mean, these are just follow the trades. Now you can see here, some are like this one's a little weaker. I probably wouldn't allocate a whole lot into this with a minus 15% last year. I would like TTWO minus 53% on 2022. Only won 2 of the last 6 trades. It's not doing very well, and the system may not do very well on every stock. But you can see here the opportunity that sets up. Like this one, VOD had a couple of moderately crappy years, then a huge year 2022, and looks like a pretty good year setting up right now in 2023. So again, use these resources, the MENT live trades resources and the primary resources back over here in expert growth are tremendous resources for you. If you have not learned how to effectively trade and look for opportunities and wait for the market to align to give you opportunities, then this is the service for you. I'm not going to be handing out 100 trade triggers a day. I'm going to be teaching you how to set up and wait and protect your capital and manage your large investment capital effectively while we learn to trade on an intraday and swing trading basis very effectively. That's the purpose of what I am doing. I hope you have a chance at least to come and give it a try. Remember, there's a 60-day expert growth trial for only $34.99, which is a great way to get started. And trust me, if you're investing and you are tired of getting burned by these other services, come give this a try. I'm not out here to try to steal from you. I'm actually here to try to help you become a better trader by learning to wait for the setups. And if you have any questions about what I do and how I do it, join, come talk to people. Remember, look at some of these comments from KD. Now, KD's been with me for about a year, a little over a year. Hard to quantify how grateful we all should be for your work. Balance the model against technical analysis, arguably the finest trading group out there. I have never had the success I've had. Active day trading since 2010 or so. The difference is exponential. Amazing model and insight. Now, what is he talking about? He's talking about balancing his own skills with my research. And when they align, he says it's almost unstoppable. So remember, I give you my interpretation. You are capable of making your own decisions and deciding what you want to do. Ideally, you call all the shots. I just give you the research of what I believe is coming and how it's setting up, and you make all the decisions. Okay, guys, that's it. Hope you join. Bye.